Welcome back to the channel. Right, today I'm going to be fitting a dash cam, and the dash cam has one of them on it, which is all well and good if your accessory socket is in a decent place and you don't need it for anything else. And you can buy things that plug into it and they give you 3 more accessory sockets, but then you've got to find somewhere to put that. So I'm going to hardwire this, but I can't just cut this off because it's the output side is 5 volts out, so there's a voltage reducing circuit inside this, so I can't just cut that off and wire it into the fuse box. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to hardwire a dash cam that's got a ciggy lighter plug on it. So as you can see, my accessory socket is in the middle of the center console, so it's not in an ideal location in the first place. Now I could just fit another one somewhere else, but then I don't want to go drilling holes in my car. So I've got another one of these, so it's basically plug that in there and wire the other end into the fuse box. So first off, I need to find a decent location for my camera. Well, it can't go this side of the mirror because the SD card will hit this when I try and remove it, so I have to go to the other side of the mirror, and I don't want the black part of the mirror to be in the way. So it looks like it's going to have to go about there. Okay, so I'll get an Alco wipe now, clean the screen and stick the camera on. Right, so there's my phone, there's me. So I'm actually using the dash cam for filming this now. So get your Alco white pad and clean off the area of the windscreen. Right. And then wipe that all off. Right, and then stick the dash cam on. There. So there we go, that's the dash cam secured to the windscreen. Okay, so there's the camera secured to the screen. You now have to run the lead above the headlining, down the A post and into behind the glove box. Now, I don't have a tripod with me, so I'm going to have to do it. I'm not going to do it one-handed, so I'm going to put the phone down. Once I've got the wiring down to here, I'll be back to you. Okay, so the dash cam wire goes up there, above the headlining, down this, inside this A post, and it comes out here. Just tuck that around the other side. Okay, and the fuse box is here. There's the other side of it. So now we need to go and find out what fuse is what, and I'm just going to go into the fuse for this. So let's go and look in the workshop manual and find out where that is. So referring to the workshop manual, the center console power socket is fuse 2. So it's that one there we need to go into. Okay, so fuse 2 is that one there, that 15 amp. So let's have him out of there. God, I need a pair of pliers for that, don't I? Oh, there's a fuse grabber there. Look, that'd be handy, wouldn't it? Oh. Okay, he's out. Next thing you'll be needing is one of these. Right, but this can only go in the fuse box one way round. This here being the input and that one being the output. If you put it in the wrong way round, it will still work, but you're bypassing the fuse. So we need to work out which one is the input with a multimeter. So if I turn the ignition on, and then probe, I'll find the end. Nope. There we go. So the input end is that one. So we need to fit this that way round anyway, but I need to put the other fuse in first. Okay, that is now in the fuse box. As the ignition is still on, we can probe this and make sure that we've got voltage. And we have. Now, as luck would have it, we've got spade terminals on it and a spade terminal on there, so I can just whack that on the centre pin, which is a positive. I need two hands, bear with me. Like so, I can hide that, cable tie that up under the dash somewhere. Right, and then we need to put the ground on that side. And here's some wire I prepared earlier. Okay, so I've routed it up to here. I'm going to cable tie it to this wire loom here, or tape it or something. I've put the ground connector on, and just so conveniently there's a couple of ground connections there which I can go to. Right, weird thing, just confused me a little bit. Now, the accessory socket is off, there's no power to it yet. On the accessory socket fuse, with the ignition off, there's power to it. So even though that is the fuse for the accessory socket, it's actually switched somewhere else. So I'm going to have to use another fuse, because when I put the dash cam thing in there, even with the ignition off, the dash cam is powered all the time. Even though the accessory socket, this isn't lit up, is off. Okay, looking at the circuit diagram, you can see why that the fuse for the accessory socket is live all the time, even though the ignition is off, yet the accessory socket is switched by the ignition. So your main battery feed here comes through a maxi fuse in the underbonnet fuse box, comes down here, through there, in it, into fuse 2, which is where we wire the dash cam. Scrolling up, fuse 2 then comes out into a relay, which the relay is switched by the ignition switch up here via fuse 6, a 5 amp fuse. So that is the ignition feed for the accessory socket, fuse 6. So fuse 2 is live all the time, fuse 6 is on the ignition, so that's where we need to go then. I don't know why they needed to wire that through a relay, because accessory sockets are only low current, aren't they, usually? Okay, so let's find fuse 6 and we'll go into that one. So there is fuse 6, and it's actually switches a fair few relays. There it is. Heated rear window relay, blower relay, headlamp levelling, PAB lamp, I'm not sure what that is, probably the interior lamp I expect, and power socket relay. So that's the one. It's only a 5 amp fuse. I'm sure drawing another half an amp off it isn't going to make a lot of difference. So that's where we're going to go. We'll warrant fuse 6 and try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one there. So again, we need to check now with the multimeter in that side of the fuse. We got battery voltage, and in the other side of the fuse we haven't. So it goes the same way around as it did on the last one. Like so. I need to put the other fuse in, don't I? Silly me. Oh, where did I put that? There it is in the fuse holder. Right, let me do this. I can't do this one-handed. There we go. Right, poke this back up here. And plug our thing in, which I need 2 hands for. Ignition is on. Red light is on. Turn the ignition off. And the light goes off. Ignition back on. There we go. She's working. So all I need to do now is secure this up in here somewhere. Probably like that. Cable tied to that wiring loom. And then lose all the excess wire in here. So I'll get on with that now, and then I'll show you the finished result. Okay, and there is the finished installation. That's cable tied to there. It's not going anywhere. The rest of the loom is taped to there, so that's out of the way. Well, there we are. Didn't cut any wires, didn't drill any holes. Lovely job. So there we are, job done, all working. That was on a MG3, but the principle would be the same for any car. Find yourself another cigarette lighter socket and connect it to an ignition feed somewhere that obviously, you know, that goes on off with the key. And yeah, sorted. No drilling holes, no cutting of wires, and it can be easily removed and the car put back to as it was, and there's no damage done. So yeah, that's that one. Right, cheers for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.